Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on Sunday night for our Shadow Hunters YouTube experience. If you guys are brand new, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the little bell notification. That'll give you guys a notification every time that we do go live, either on our shows or we post a brand new video, which we try to do every single week. Today we are also being broadcasted live through Facebook. So we're doing two platforms at once. We're going to give it a try, see how it goes. But without further ado, let's get started with our show. Today we have a fantastic guest. She has posted so many videos on YouTube, and her videos are just incredible. She has a lot of very spooky type videos also. So without further ado, let's bring on Kellys Unexplained.
Hey, that was a great introduction. Thank you.
Yeah. So how's it going?
Good. Everything's great.
Good, good. Like I said earlier, that's a very nice shirt you have on there.
I know. You sent it to me, so thank you. Appreciate
it. So yeah, for you guys watching at home, we had done a contest, and what we did was we did a random number generator for each person that had shared our YouTube channel and also that had retweeted it on Twitter, and number was picked. So Kelly had got a one-of-a-kind Shadow Hunter shirt. On the front it says Shadow Hunters, and then on the back it says Shadow Crew. But enough about Shadow Hunters. Let's talk about Kelly. Kelly, how did you first get started with the paranormal or anything creepy?
Well, last summer in June, I had called my cable provider and had installed 3 cameras at my house. I had one on the front porch, one in the back porch, and one in the living room, just for security purposes. Nothing, you know, just because I'm here with the kids, and so I just want to make sure that we're safe. And so within a couple of weeks of that, I started getting these weird apparitions on my home cameras, and they're motion detected, so they would start recording once they sensed motion. And I had seen what these look like on like Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, on, you know, Travel Channel, all the shows on Travel Channel. So I was aware of what they were, never had any experience before that, and had never thought anything like that would happen to me. I put it on Facebook, one or two of the videos, to get on my personal page, to get like my friends to say, hey guys, look at this video. What do you guys think? And it kind of blew up. I normally don't get a lot of comments or stuff on my videos on Facebook. I don't use it a lot, but it kind of blew up. And my son, who was 19 at the time, he said, Mom, if you put another ghost video up on Facebook, I'm going to unfriend you. So he was like so embarrassed that I was asking, you know, the public about these ghost videos at our house. So then I said, okay, well, I'll just put it on YouTube. Put it on YouTube, and started, you know, blowing up there slowly. And then I got this full apparition in a parking lot. So ever since last summer, it's kind of been a magnet towards me. They keep getting bigger and bigger, fuller, more apparitions. Keep catching stuff at my house. Then whenever I started to get equipment, I started to go on investigations and look for them myself.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like, you know, you're just installing video cameras around your house for security, and all of a sudden you start seeing like stuff inside of your house. Like, well, wait a minute, this is the whole reason I put them up, so nothing is inside of the house.
Absolutely. And it makes me wonder how long I've had them around me. I just
Mhm.
never had cameras to catch them before. Like they
Have you
could have
done
been around me my whole life and I'd never known it.
right? Have you done any research around like your property or anything?
Yes. So I'm in Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is huge on Civil War property,
Oh,
battlefields,
okay.
and Native American. So right where I'm at, uh, I run straight through one of the Trail of Tears
Okay.
trails, the main trail, and they ran right through here. So there's probably a lot of Indian burial ground here. Could be a Civil War soldier. You never know.
Gotcha. Well, I think we froze. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, especially with Native American burial grounds. For example, right behind my house, it's this huge like wooded area. It's all when we first moved in, I didn't think anything of it or anything, and then I started getting interested in ghost paranormal investigations after I had my first paranormal experience, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if there's anything behind the house, and then come to find out from our local historical society, it's a Native American burial ground. And I was like, holy shit, like what?
And those grounds are very powerful for sure. Native
Oh,
Americans are very powerful.
absolutely.
So
The first time we went back there, we filmed. We people can see it on our YouTube channel today. We caught a white shroud pop up from the ground and just take off, and we weren't even paying attention at the time. And then when I later reviewed the footage, I was like, oh God, this is where I live too. Like, but definitely Native Americans can have a lot of paranormal energy and all that. And I think I'm kind of used to the energy a little bit just because I have some Native American blood in me.
I'm
Um,
Cherokee as well.
there we go.
Hmm.
'Cause I mean, anytime I go just into the middle of the woods or any woods, I feel very calm
Connected.
and
Yes, I do too.
yeah, it's great. So a lot of times when I just need to relax, refresh, and just go into the woods, people think I'm weird, but hey, I hunt ghosts anyways. What's the difference?
No, nature is very cleansing. So when you
Mhm.
have, a depression or you just feel blah, go out into nature. It'll cleanse you for sure.
Oh, absolutely. We've been doing a lot of kind of like grounding exercises to make sure
Yes.
that we're relaxed, especially before any paranormal investigation that we've gone on. We have a lot of really good psychics on our team. We have Scotty Rourke. He's been helping us tremendously. We have Devin Evans. We have Sharon Moritz. All great psychics on our team. And, we try to help everybody out, especially before going on a paranormal investigation and making sure that we're all safe and everything.
Good deal. I need
Now,
some of those.
yeah, there you go. I was going to say, do you do any protection like before investigations or?
I do. Yeah. I protect before and cleanse after. And I've noticed that when I don't cleanse after or protect before, when I don't follow those procedures, I don't feel right for weeks at a time, sometimes a month. I did an investigation at an abandoned church
Mhm.
uh, in my hometown about a month ago. And in there was animal sacrifice remains. And we had like had been a ritual there, and it was still there. And I came across it, and then we found or heard demonic growls and hissing, and of
Right.
course they were cussing at us a lot. And it was kind of a last minute deal that we just drove past it, and hey, stop here, let's do this real quick. And that was not a good idea because I didn't prepare before with the protection. So I wouldn't recommend that. Always do that correctly.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do. A lot of us will carry crystals with us. I
Mm-hmm.
know black obsidian is a big one that
Yes.
we always have to have with us. And there's some people on the team that, because usually we'll do like a prayer to Saint Michael,
Yes.
but some people on the team aren't religious, so we'll do like the comparison for both of them to make sure that everybody is, you know, protected and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's talk about your YouTube.
Okay.
You got with YouTube, you have about, what is it, about 1.4 subscribers right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then when did you start YouTube?
July of 2020, so about 6 months ago.
That's incredible right there, just to get that many subscribers in 6 months, which means that obviously, you know, you're doing something correct with your videos. Your videos are outstanding right now. I love watching your videos.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
seen almost all your videos. So if you guys have not, definitely go and check out Kelly's videos on YouTube. I'm going to actually show you guys her page right now, if I can get this to work. So yeah, guys, there is, if it loads, maybe, there it is. This is Kelly's YouTube channel right here. Hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell notification. And then you can choose. So I just hit all. And then anytime Kelly will upload a video, you guys will get a notification. Anytime Kelly goes live, you guys will also get that notification. So subscribe.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I have it kind of half and half. I do half paranormal, half true crime, because I feel that true crime has a lot to do with the paranormal. I mean, many times when we're dealing with spirits, they've encountered a crime against them. They've been murdered or they've been abused in some way. And there's a lot of true crime stories that interested me. And so a lot of my subscribers are just purely true crime fans. Others are just truly paranormal fans. And then some like both. And they're like, hey, I'll do one a week. I'll do a true crime video and then I'll do a paranormal video weeks to kind of make everyone happy. But they both interest me quite a bit.
Absolutely. You know, the true crime stuff is definitely, you know, it's got some paranormal stuff to it. Because, I mean, it's history. I mean, look at when you go into an abandoned building or an abandoned location like a, I don't know, a psychiatric hospital or something. There's a lot of crime
has taken place there. Something crazy has gone on. There has been some sort of a crime. So I think it has a lot to do with it. It relates, you know, when you like the John Benet Ramsey case, if you were to ever investigate that house, I mean, there was a crime there. And so you have to learn that history and you kind of connect those dots together.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, we have a couple of historians on our team that they'll do research for us first before we go into the location. Sometimes though we don't we'll let them do the historic stuff, but a lot of times though we won't hear what they have to say, because then that way we can try to figure it out and then see if our information is correct, if we're picking it up.
Yes. I think it's really good to learn the history. It kind of drives your questioning. You kind of know, okay, what kinds of questions do I need to ask? If this was a Civil War battlefield, do I need to ask questions that are tied to the Civil War? Or if this was a Native American, or if this was a slave house or a nun infirmary. You know, it kind of creates the questioning. However, you have to be careful about not being stuck with that narrative before you go in there, so that if you do get something off of what you thought, you're still open to learn. And there could have something had gone on there that you may not have known beforehand. And you don't want to just drive your questioning or your narrative too tight. Leave yourself room to experience. And like you said, decide on what you're getting on your own.
Absolutely. You know, anytime we walk into an investigation, we always have an open mind. You know, anything can happen. And I mean, even we've been on investigations too where nothing has happened. And the best thing about those investigations is, you know, definitely the history of it, of what. And
I think it's important to put that on YouTube, that, hey, I didn't get anything, because, and I have one of those videos where I bought a mask, a Japanese mask at an antique store. It looked super spooky, super haunted. I just knew something was attached to it. It came from
Right.
Japan. And so I took it home, investigated it, nothing, didn't get anything. And I filmed it and I uploaded it because I want everyone to see that not every investigation is a worthy of a Travel Channel video, that there are times when it's nothing. And so I did get a lot of positive feedback for doing that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's even a few videos that we have uploaded on YouTube, and we put on there. We really didn't get anything on this investigation. Not everything is. I like some of the shows on Travel Channel, like what do you call it, Destination Fear. I love that show. But a lot of times, what people need to realize with ghost hunting is you're not going to get something every time. Ghost hunting can be like watching paint dry. It can be very, very boring.
Yeah, you can spend 3 hours and get one EVP.
Right, exactly. And I mean, even by you just getting that one EVP, it's fantastic, because then it shows that you're really communicating with something from the other side. Not like, doors aren't going to slam and bricks are going to fly this way and all that. I mean, even if you walk in and you get one little piece of evidence, you've done your job. You've done what you're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and like a lot of times on our videos, so we have a video dropping tonight from the Old Baraboo Inn by Wisconsin Dells, and with just all of our videos, we always put a question mark by is there something, or like, for example, like if we heard an EVP, we'll put it sounded like the door closed, question mark. And we always put question marks on there too, because we're not experts in any way, which we're not. We're out there. This is what we have heard, but you may have a different opinion on it, which is perfectly fine, because everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
I learned that pretty early on. I did an investigation at an Indian burial ground. If you look at that video, the spiral mounds, Native American burial ground there. And I went there with a friend of mine. It was our first time to investigate together. He was from Northwest Arkansas. I'm from Central Arkansas. And so we kind of did a tag team there, and we got the most amazing EVP there. And he thought it said, "I'm sorry." I thought it said "right beside." And I uploaded it and just put it straight on there, "right beside," because that's what I heard. And he said, "I hear something different." I was like, "Really? You hear that?" It sounded nothing like "I'm sorry" to me at all. So I did a poll on Twitter. I put the EVP on Twitter and I let everyone vote. And guess who won that? He did. Everyone heard "I'm sorry" except for me. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing that again. I'll just put a question mark or let the audience decide.
Right. And I mean, that's the best thing to do, because when you put stuff like that on there, then people know that you're true to what you do. And it's like I tell everybody, we're not experts. I mean, we're learning every single day about the paranormal. And that's why we watch other people's videos too, because that way we can learn their ways of investigating. They can learn our ways of investigating. And then when you switch everything back and forth like that, you're learning from each other. And you may pick up something that you never even knew.
Scotty he put on there Yanny and Laurel.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I did some research after that, because I thought maybe it was a female-male thing, because it seemed like all the males heard "I'm sorry," but it wasn't even that. It was everyone heard "I'm sorry" but me. I still can't hear it. But.
Yeah, and I mean, our EVPs are different for everybody. Like you can hear one thing, another person can hear another thing. It's like playing that game telephone. Like everybody hears something different. And that's just how the paranormal works. It's just
that's what makes it fun, for sure.
Right, absolutely. You try your best at trying to discover what they said, and sometimes it can, you can hear where it sounds like complete sentences. Like they can kind of give you what am I thinking? They can give you kind of like a vision passed into history type of thing. Like this is what they said, this is what had happened, and all that stuff. Yeah, so Scotty, he's the medium that I was saying earlier that helps us with grounding and all that. He's
cool.
Great guy, huge Ghostbusters fan. Every investigation he comes on, he's got just all of Ghostbuster stuff on. So speaking of Travel Channel, did you recently have something? Did it appear yet on Travel Channel or not yet?
It appeared in December, and then it's going to appear again on Osborne's Want to Believe. It'll be season 2. They're filming season 2 right now. It'll be episode 4. So they're filming it now. And I know that's the number, season 2, episode 4 on Osborne's Want to Believe, but it was season 3, episode 19 on Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Okay. And I remember when we first asked you to use that video, you're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's been seen on Travel Channel. Yeah. That video is wild though. Like you just see it come from there and then just float down. And what were you thinking at the time that had happened?
Well, it looked like I said, that was kind of like the big aha moment that I knew that was after the stuff that had been happening at my house. Probably the stuff that had been happening at my house lasted for about a month. And then I went to a school after work to meet someone. We were supposed to, I was supposed to sell something off of Facebook Marketplace. You know how you can buy and sell stuff. And we met at a public place. And I'm a school teacher full time. And so that school, I knew that well. And so I said, hey, will you meet me here? So I just happened to be sitting there waiting for her. She was about 5 minutes late. And it looked like water was dripping down the windshield, but I knew it wasn't raining. So I was like, that's not right. So I just started filming. I just, ever since those experiences at the house, you kind of just, your eyes are open. You start looking at things different. You start seeing the world a lot differently, or they just, your mind is open. So they're more willing to show themselves to you. I'm not sure. It's probably a combination of both, but I wasn't scared at all. I didn't have this freak out session inside. It was very, I got a very peaceful feeling from it. And you can kind of sense the energy and the aura about it. It was very peaceful. It was very loving. And it just walked across the parking lot, and it's on my YouTube channel, Ghost Walks Across Parking Lot. I think it's one of my most popular uploads, but the commentary on Paranormal Caught on Camera, the experts that, comment on they did such a great job analyzing it, and they all had different perspectives. I loved hearing what they had to say about it. Some called it an angel, some called it an elemental, some called it a ghost, but I mean, I don't know if you have access to playing it, but that's
what I'm actually looking right now on your page. So I should be able to, let's see. I should probably try to type it in. Ghost. Let's see. Across. You said it's called Ghost Walks Across Parking Lot? Okay. Oh, yep, here it is.
Yeah, you can skip all that.
I gotta say, that's a very catchy opening, though. I like that.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is what Kelly is talking about. So I'm able to find it. Open it. All right.
So one of the commentators said it looked like the light was giving birth. And that's where I thought water was dripping down my windshield until it started to walk across. And you could see legs. It has a gate. It has a head and shoulders. And it kind of goes in between that bar right here. Boom, right there. And then it just disappears. Yeah,
that's just like, and just the way it kind of like falls slowly down and then just starts walking. And you can see the legs too.
Yeah.
So like right there, it's just.
And that second pole, they made on Paranormal Caught on Camera, they made it very perfectly clear that it cuts that pole in half so that you could tell it wasn't, digitally altered or whatever, but the spirit literally goes in between that pole.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and kind of when it's walking too, it's almost kind of like, because you said you were at a school, right? So it kind of almost looked like maybe it was kind of like a basketball that they were doing this to.
Oh, yeah. Because they had a gate to it. It had a distinct gate to it for sure.
Scotty said it looked like Slimer.
Who's that?
Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in years. I need to update myself on the characters.
I think it's like their little green dude. So like when you go on a investigation, is there a certain type of paranormal tool that you have to have with you?
I love my spirit box, my EMF reader, and my camera. Those are the top three that I have. Also, the mail meter, I've brought that. But it seems like those are my go-to. I don't have a REM pod yet. I want to get one of those. I want a thermal camera. I don't have one of those yet. But like I said, I just started like literally going on investigations myself probably 3 months ago, maybe 4. So, and that stuff's expensive. So it's like, and I'm on a teacher salary. So
I hear you.
So I have to, ask things for Christmas and my birthday. And so I'm slowly building up my tool kit, but those are the top 3 for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, I've seen a lot of paranormal investigators that have like 80 things that they bring with them. And it's like, you don't need that much. All you really need.
I've done well without it. I use the SLS app on my phone. I film with my phone a lot.
We actually just started using that.
Yeah, and I film. I have a 2.7K IR camera. I have it right here. Someone just asked, what camera do I use? I'll show you. So I have this one. This is my main one. This is my IR camera, the infrared. So I don't know if you can see that. It was like $99 on Amazon. This one is just a regular one that I think I won this one. Someone sent this one to me. That one's not infrared. So, and then I use my phone.
Oh, there you go. Devin said, girl, same. I built my basic beginning kit through Christmas gifts.
This last Christmas, I'll tell you what I got for Christmas. I got a drone. I asked for a drone. Yeah. I got a drone for Christmas because I wanted to film like really good intros where overhead of my investigation site. So this is my main present I got at Christmas. I have not used it yet. I have tried to learn how to fly it in my living room, and I have flown it into the walls like 100 times. So I am not proficient with that yet. And then I got a really cool backpack, with like a tactical backpack, so I could probably stuff. But yeah, that was this Christmas. So my birthday's coming up this summer, so hopefully I can get some.
Guys, there you go. There's a shout out. When her birthday comes up, Send
Yes.
her paranormal gifts. But yeah, I mean, like with us, we only have the basic stuff to. I mean, we have the video cameras, we have REM pod. We just purchased the Mel meter that has the REM pod built into it.
Can I show you what I got yesterday?
Yeah.
Something very, very cool. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I got this off TikTok. So if you follow like TikTok Paranormal, this is a cat ball.
Oh yeah.
And then you push it and it turns on and it's motion detected. So you lay it on a surface. I don't know if you can see it. You lay it on a surface. It'll stop going off here in just a second. And there it goes. When you move it, like when a ghost touches it, it'll light up.
Right.
It's made for cats, but I guess people thought, hey, this would be a really cool ghost hunting thing because when it moves, there you go, you found a ghost. And it lights up, so it's good for cameras. Like you can catch this on camera.
Right.
$9 on Amazon, a little cat toy.
Oh, that's not bad at all. We actually, because I used to work at PetSmart, and PetSmart started getting those in. So I grabbed, it's like a different design, but it's kind of like the same thing. I'm going to have to go on Amazon, though, and grab a couple of those. And I mean, that's the thing. If you can find a cheap tool that works, use it. You know, you don't have to spend $1,000 on paranormal equipment. Yeah,
my daughter saw the packaging. She was like, Mom, why did you get this? We don't have a cat. Are we getting a cat? And I was like, no, this is for my ghost, honey.
Yeah, and I mean, you can find so many different things in the paranormal field that can, you know, just work. Let's see, about, I don't know, 7 months ago, we did a simple experiment where, because I have one of those green screen stands, and we put bells on string to see if like something would walk through it or anything like that. And that's all you need to do. I mean, you know, everybody's creative. Use your creative mind for paranormal equipment, not spend, you know, $1,000 on something. But I hear you with that thermal camera. We want one too. So expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, that and but yeah, I mean, we only use like the basic stuff too. We have our cameras, we have our digital voice recorder. We even use our phones too. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, use what you have there in front of you. We use an app that's called the Paralus, but we always make sure when we use this app that we put our phones on airplane mode. So then that way there's no internet communication with it. So we know if there is anything there, it's not coming from the internet.
Gotcha. Smart.
Yeah, Scotty says in 1993, that's what we used, string and baby powder. I haven't used baby powder yet.
The laser grids, I don't have one of those yet. Where it's like if a ghost walks through it, the laser, it'll do something.
Right, yeah, the laser grids, we had the kind that had the batteries, but it would die within 20 minutes. That was it. We're like, so apparently there's one that you can put in an AC outlet, but that's like $300-400. So it's like, yeah, I don't make that kind of money. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's a lot of fun with the paranormal and trying to, you know, creating different things for the paranormal that others can use. And that's where it goes back to watching each other's videos and watching how others investigate. And that's how you get different ideas. You know, we're all working together to see if there is life after death, and people shouldn't be arguing with each other and saying people fake videos and this and that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I never chime in on any of it. I don't like the drama. I stay to myself and just do my stuff. And I work at a high school. I'm a high school history teacher, so there's enough drama at a high school
to last
me 5 lifetimes. So I don't need any more.
Yeah, right. Especially in, you know, a hobby that you enjoy.
Yes, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Haunted by Haunted says, hello, everyone. First time here on live stream for this channel. Hello, Haunted by Haunted.
Hello. Welcome.
If you have not, hit the subscribe button for both of our channels. Hit the bell notification. You'll get notified every time one of our videos comes out. We do a show every Sunday on both Facebook and YouTube, just for others to get to know other people in the paranormal field. Now, Kelly, is there one place, like on your, I guess you could say, paranormal bucket list that you would just love to go to?
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if it's allowed, but you know, I've talked about being Cherokee. I'm also German, so I'm half German, half Cherokee, and I would love to go to Germany and visit the Holocaust, Auschwitz. I think that would be very, very heavy, very dark, but I do think that there's a lot that they could tell us and communicate, and I'm sure there's so many
absolutely
there that I would like to help if I could, but I do want to visit that just for historical purposes, but an investigative purpose as well, just to honor them. But I know that it would be a very, you know, humbling, but yet, you know, hard experience to go through. But yeah, definitely that one. Apparently everyone has gone to Penthurst but me, so I want to go there. So those would be one. Cecil Hotel would be cool. That's on everyone's list right now.
I was gonna say that's been big on everybody's list lately.
Yeah, they're not open though.
Yeah, Cecil would be interesting to go in. I know there's something explained about that whole girl disappearing and then ending up in the water cooler or whatever it was. Either she did it, but a lot of people are saying it's paranormal. It's paranormal, but
yeah. And see, that's where we go back to the true crime and the paranormal going hand in hand.
Right. But no, I mean, Cecil would be fun to go to. We should try to get you out to where we are in Illinois. There's tons of places we could take you to. There's Bachelor's.
Oh, that's not too far. I didn't know you were in Illinois.
Yeah, we're in Illinois. We're about 65 miles from Chicago. So we're
would love the Crescent Hotel at the very, very top of Arkansas.
There you go.
Yeah. So when you come down to Arkansas, I'll walk you around there.
Sounds good to me. But yeah, we're in Illinois. We've done Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, which is the world's most haunted cemetery. There's what do you call it? Al Capone used to throw his victims there in the water. Scotty said we can take her to Portage Cemetery. And so I live 5 minutes from the Illinois-Wisconsin border. So we can take you right into Wisconsin too. Definitely one of our most highlighted investigations was investigating Six Flags. Because we have Six Flags Great America in Chicago over here. And we actually got to do a show for Fright Fest for them, which was just out of this world, a dream I never thought would happen. Yeah, Scotty says OBI, which would be Old Baraboo Inn in Wisconsin. That place was, that was the last investigation we just did. That video's dropping in about 20 minutes. That was probably the scariest place that we have ever been to, or that I have ever been to. So much activity, especially in the basement. It's an old bar that used to be a brothel. Upstairs was the brothel, then you had the bar, and then you have the basement, which a lot of very dark things happened in that basement, we'll just say.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, very, very dark down there. But yeah, we'll definitely we'll come to Arkansas, and then we'll have you come to Illinois.
Absolutely.
As long as when you're in Illinois, though, you just say Illinois, not Illinois.
I've never said that. And so many people say Arkansas or Arkansas.
Yeah. Or I've heard Arkansas.
Arkansas. Oh yeah.
No, we have good friends in South Dakota. Every time they come down, they're like, "Oh, we're in Illinois." It's like, stop it. You don't say
Mm-mm.
Illinois. um, no, that'd be fun though to do kind of like
Absolutely. I'm down.
yeah, there we go. We can do that. Let's see what else. Do you have any ghost shows that you always like to watch?
Well, I know this is controversial, but I do like Ghost Adventures. I know Ghost Adventures is pretty polarizing. People either hate Zach or love Zach. But I do think, to give him credit, he was one of the first ones to make it mainstream and cool to be a ghost hunter or an investigator. He made it seem doable. He made it seem, and I love the way that he brings in the historical portion before he goes into the investigation. He's very good about telling the story of that location. He's very good with interviews.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, his stuff is well edited. I mean, I like the way he packages it together. You know, but he is kind of aggressive, and he has, you know, a personality that some don't like. But for the other reasons, I do like his show. I do like, you know, his intern. You said Destination Fear.
Yeah.
You know, he was Zach's intern for a while and helped him get his own show.
Dakota.
So, and I think, you know, that has spread to him, and I think he's done a great job with being young. He's pretty young to be doing this, and they've got great chemistry. And so I do like watching him and his sister and his friend as well. I like Ghost Hunters, but I would have to say, you know, Ghost Adventures, just the way that it's packaged and the interviews and the historical portion of it. I like them, and I like Destination Fear for sure. Of course, Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same. Like, I'm not too big on Ghost Adventures now, just because I don't follow them a lot anymore. But I mean, I used to love the show, and you know, even though I don't watch it a lot, they still do a very good history aspect of all the places too. And I mean, yeah, if you know, a lot of people don't like Ghost Adventures, but people can like what they want. If they like Ghost Adventures, let them like Ghost Adventures. Like, there's no difference. You know, everybody should be able to like something and enjoy it, not get a whole bunch of controversy over it and be like, oh, well,
I still think, even though you may not like his personality or the way he approaches things, I still think there's a lot you could take from it and learn from it.
Oh yeah.
I watched, whenever I first started, I would watch how he put the clips together and how quickly he would transition, and just editing and visual and video artwork. I learned a lot from the way that it was done. And I kind of model mine, you know, not to stay on a frame too long, or make sure you discuss the historical aspect and go quick, you know, different angles. So I think that's what audiences like to see. So I've learned a lot from that aspect.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, editing is one of the hardest things about
very hard.
Oh my God. There's been days where I just want to throw my computer out the window because something I thought would work doesn't work.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, editing and just, I mean, it's not even editing too. It's like 8 hours of footage that you have to watch just to get that one little tiny shadow that like popped
I know if I don't, I always think I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss something. So you literally force yourself to do it, because that thought in the back of your head is, it's going to be in the very second that I don't watch if I don't watch it.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, sometimes you even have to watch it twice or 3 times.
Yes.
Just to see if you did get something or if you didn't get something. But I mean, that's the fun part about ghost hunting too, is watching that camera, watching that evidence, to see if you had picked anything up or anything. Yeah, I can't tell you the countless times that I've sat up to like 2, 3, 4 a.m. Just I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Yes.
And just it's so much. But I love editing, and not just like paranormal stuff too. Like I wish I could have gone to school more for video editing and all that kind of stuff. I love doing it. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. That and I'm slowly getting into taking pictures. Like I love historic buildings
Mm-hmm.
and architecture and all that. I love taking pictures. I even take pictures of roller coasters. I love roller coasters with a passion. And I mean, they have things out there it's called like roller coaster photography, and people make money for that kind of stuff. But it's definitely a lot of stuff with paranormal that you can learn with video editing, and
Absolutely.
you can be a skeptic and still be a video editor at the same time.
One day I'll hire someone to do that for me.
Yeah, right. God, I wish I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
So is there anything, so where can people find you at? If they want to
I'm
follow
on Facebook under Kellys Unexplained. Twitter, Kelly Nichols 7 or Kellys Unexplained. I think the handle is Kelly Nichols 7. But if you Google or look up on Twitter Kellys Unexplained, you'll see it. I'm on TikTok now. I'm trying to do the TikTok thing. So follow me there. Instagram. I'm pretty good with Instagram, so that one has a little bit more followers. Kellys Unexplained on Instagram. What else? YouTube, obviously.
YouTube, Twitter. You're on the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys. So make sure you guys subscribe to Kellys Unexplained. Make sure you follow her on Twitter. Tweet her, retweet her. Go on TikTok.
I will reply back. I'm very nice.
However, I think TikTok's what follow. I think. I don't remember. I haven't been on TikTok in forever. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you follow. Yeah.
Okay. Even do like a dance and you can duet, Kelly.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Apparently that's like the best way to get people to follow you is if you duet them constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We did a couple dances on there, and I was like, all right, I just feel like an idiot doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, make sure you guys follow Kelly, subscribe to Kelly's channels, and also make sure you guys hit that bell notification. That's very important because if that is not ticked on, only very seldomly you'll get notifications when
you don't want to miss me. Actually, I'm uploading tomorrow morning, so you want to see that one. It's a cool one.
There you go. So make sure that you hit that bell notification. So yeah. Well, Kelly, I want to thank you so much for being on tonight's YouTube Experience show with us.
It's my pleasure. It's always.
Hope you had a good time. And then, yeah, definitely we're gonna have to get together and
drive up to Wisconsin for the OBI.
Yes. Old Baraboo Inn. And then tonight, guys, in about 10 minutes, our video from that is dropping. Make sure you guys like the video. Put any comments you want in there. We look at every single comment and we always reply back. So yes, thank you again so much, Kelly, for being on.
My pleasure.
And,
thank you for your work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we will see you next time.
Okay, nice to meet everybody, guys. Bye, Scotty. Bye, Greg. Haunted by Haunted. See y'all.
Bye, Kelly. Thank you. All right, guys. So that was Kelly. Thank you guys so much for joining our video. And I will see you guys next time on Shadow Hunters YouTube Experience.